Yo, what's up, Swag Gang? You already know what time it is, man. It's your boy KENYAN, aka KL Swag. Back here with a video, man. Look, man, I'm about to react to 5 free agents, bro. They got paid too much damn money, bro. Make sure you comment, you like, and subscribe, bro. And let's just get into the reaction. God damn, bro. Getting paid too much damn money, bro. Just give me a $50,000 contract. Let me play safety, bro.
In this year's NFL free agent market, some NFL general managers
Wait, back here again with TBS.
got overly excited and just threw a ton of cash around without really doing their homework, while other GMs waited patiently and made their moves at the most opportune time to land a game-changing player at a great price. There are 5 NFL free agents that were paid way too much and 5 that should have gotten way more.
Damn!
Overpaid, Adoree Jackson. We mostly loved the early work by New York Giants GM Dave Gettleman. Retaining Leonard Williams was a must. Then he added Kenny Golladay, John Ross, and Kyle Rudolph to bolster the pass-catching unit for Daniel Jones.
Damn.
However, we're not really fans of the Giants' decision to overpay cornerback Jackson. 1 week after he was released by the Titans, the Giants handed Jackson a 3-year deal worth $39 million. But the secondary isn't really an area of need. They have 2 stud defensive backs in James Bradberry and Logan Ryan. Hopefully healthy Xavier McKinney and veteran Jabril Pepper should form a productive duo at safety.
Damn.
That $39 million should have been used elsewhere. Also, what game film did the Giants watch that made them believe this price tag was necessary? Even though he only suited up in 3 games last season, Jackson still allowed 13 completions on 16 targets for 152 yards and 3 touchdowns according to Pro Football Focus. And in 2019, he allowed 36 completions on 54 targets in 11 games. It would have been cool with a 1-year prove-it deal worth $3 to $5 million. But why are you paying this guy like he's a borderline all-pro?
Hell
The Giants
yeah!
didn't even think it was worth it to retain him for 1 more
Paying this man like he damn near Jalen Ramsey.
season at $10 million. But the Giants think he's worth $13 million for each of the next 3 years? Seems like an overpay to me.
That's crazy.
Underpaid, Troy Hill. When you play on the same defense as Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey, it's going to be hard to earn recognition. Maybe
Troy Hill is really like that, bro. Troy Hill is really like that, bro, when he was playing with Jalen Ramsey, bro.
that's why former Los Angeles Rams standout Troy Hill was underpaid compared to other cornerbacks on this year's free agent class.
Damn.
The Cleveland Browns bolstered their secondary by landing Hill on a bargain 2-year deal worth $9 million. They also added former Rams safety John Johnson on a fair 3-year pact worth $33.75 million. Unlike Johnson, though, Hill didn't receive what
I personally think that it's because he don't have a big name. Troy Hill's not really a big name like that, to be honest. But Adoree Jackson is, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, Adoree Jackson was, I think, a 1st-round pick as well. So that is why he got all that damn money.
it was really worth.
Money.
That's graded Hill at 74.2 on the year. And it wasn't a fluke either, as he's graded 73 or higher in 3 of the past 4 years.
Hell
Hill
yeah.
somehow got far less than his past his prime corner Patrick Peterson, who landed a 1-year deal worth $10 million with the Minnesota Vikings. Like we said, playing on the same unit as Donald and Ramsey probably had something to do with Hill flying under the radar this offseason. But for his level of production, he's a steal at $4.5 million a year.
You want peanut butter?
Damn ad.
You're late. You're late.
Overpaid Kenyan Drake. No team has baffled us more this
Oh, he not
offseason
that
than the
good
Las
to me.
Vegas Raiders. Can someone please explain the logic behind the decision to move on from 3 of their top offensive linemen in Rodney Hudson, Trent Brown, and Gabe Jackson? That was confusing enough for starters. Then they decided to hand Kenyan Drake a 2-year deal worth $11 million. And that number can increase to $14.5 million if the former Cardinals running back meets certain incentives.
He's not
Be
that
it $11
good.
million or $14.5 million, Drake simply isn't worth anything close to this
Bro,
money.
I would literally put him on his
and don't
ass,
Raiders-
bro. I will put Kenyan Drake on his ass, bro. Dude is not good, bro. They should have gave me that
Currently
money,
have one of
man.
the league's best running backs in Josh Jacobs and a solid complementary option in Jalen Richard. Drake has never hit 1,000 rushing yards in his career, and you know he's not going to get anywhere close to playing in that crowded
Bro, he's
Raiders depth
ass.
chart. Why in
He's
the world did
only
this
good
team
on
break
Madden.
apart their own line only to pay this much money to a backup running back? This team will always find a way to amuse us. Underpaid Curtis Samuel. Samuel was one of 4 skill position guys on the Carolina Panthers who
Bro, he's
surpassed
good.
1,000 yards of offense in 2020. Even though he was only the Panthers' number 3 or 4 guy, Samuel posted a remarkable stat line: 77 catches for 851 yards and 3 touchdowns, along with 200 rushing yards and 2 rushing scores.
Yeah.
Samuel's strong production landed him a 3-year, $34.5 million deal from Washington. He'll serve as the team's number 2 receiver behind rising star Terry McLaurin, so Samuel should improve his numbers in an increased role.
Not bad,
How he only got $34.5 million is beyond us. Let's not forget he's only entering his age 25 season, so he still has plenty of years of great football ahead of him.
Yeah, he got plenty of years.
Great deal for Washington. Overpaid Bud Dupree. The Steelers develop pass rushers better than any other team, so teams should always be wary of overpaying these guys in free agency. But the Titans were desperate for pass rushing help, so they signed Bud Dupree to a 5-year deal worth a lucrative $82.5 million.
God
The
damn,
contract will be
$82
worth
million?
while Dupree matches his production
But Bud Dupree gonna bring that pressure though, bro. Bud Dupree gonna bring that pressure. He like that. He like that.
from Pittsburgh, but we're skeptical. Dupree broke out in 2019 with 11.5 sacks. He missed 5 games in 2020, yet he still notched 8 sacks and 15 quarterback hits. But let's remember the obvious. This is a stacked Steelers defense that includes Defensive Player of the Year candidate TJ Watt.
But Dupree like
other
that.
stars like Stephon Tuitt and Cameron Hayward. When opposing defenses are more focused on other pass rushers, it's easy for guys like Dupree to get after the quarterback. In Tennessee, however, he'll be the only notable pass rusher on this roster. This team had just 19 sacks in 2020, folks. Also, if the Titans defense couldn't get Jadeveon Clowney going, what makes you think they'll make it work with Dupree? Also, he doesn't exactly offer much as a run stopper. Tennessee would have been better off adding the likes of Yannick NGAKOUE, Dalvin Tomlinson, or any of the other guys available in an effort to fix their front seven. They did not need to overpay Dupree with so many cheaper and better options available. Underpaid JUJU Smith-Schuster. Say what you want about JUJU's regression since his 2018 breakout season, or his dancing on the...
But that's JUJU fault, bro. Bro, before this ad comes, bro, that's JUJU fault, bro. JUJU is stupid for that, man. Like, he could have went to the Kansas City Chiefs or the Ravens, bro. Bro, they was willing to pay him so much money, but no, you want to stay in Pittsburgh? Got me fucked up, bro. I'm leaving and getting that money.
Losing teams' logos, but... There's no way this guy should have settled on a 1-year deal. Smith-Schuster was widely expected to lead the Steelers in free agency, but he surprisingly settled on a 1-year deal worth $8 million for a 5th season in Pittsburgh.
He tripping.
Ben Roethlisberger was frustratingly inconsistent in 2020, and yet Smith won. Yet he took a measly $8 million to remain the number 3 option in Pittsburgh.
And it's crazy because I saw an interview and he was saying, I don't really care all about the money. I don't really care about the money. I just want to stay at Pittsburgh. Man, you got me fucked up. I ain't staying no damn Pittsburgh, bro. I'm going to where the money at, bro. I'm going to where the money. Shit, you damn near in the NFL for the money. Like, I don't care about the money. I just want to stay in Pittsburgh. Man, shut up with your Corvette having ass. That's why Von Bell put you on your ass.
The New York Jets were reported to have had interest in him.
Corvette.
Baltimore Ravens reportedly offered him a 1-year contract worth $9 million. Kenny Galladay, Corey Davis, and Curtis Samuel all received a higher average annual value on their
play for the
deals.
Kansas City Chiefs.
We totally expected Smith-Schuster to receive close to $10 million annually, so $8 million a season seems like a big-time bargain to us. Overpaid SHAQUILL Griffin. No team has wasted more money in free agency over the past decade than the Jacksonville Jaguars. SHAQUILL Griffin's deal isn't going to be as bad as the ones they handed to the likes of Julius Thomas, Malik Jackson, and Nick Foles, but still it's hard for us to understand the decision to give Griffin a 3-year deal worth a whopping $44.5 million.
Well, that's
They
good.
had a ton of cap space and money to spend, but that's still not a good enough excuse. Yes, he was a Pro Bowler in 2019, but in 2020 he allowed a 62.1 completion percentage when targeted for 644 yards and 6 touchdowns.
Damn, I didn't know that.
The Jaguars are giving a lot of money to a guy who was barely starting caliber in 2020. A 1-year deal here would have made sense, or the Jaguars could have paid more for William Jackson III, or they could have settled on someone else like Xavier Rhodes. Instead, the Jaguars are paying well above market value for a slightly above average corner. Underpaid Yannick NGAKOUE. He's already played for 3 teams in his young career, and he's produced on all of them. So whichever team landed him knew they could feel safe about the investment. But in a market that was filled with pass rushers, NGAKOUE surprisingly only received a 2-year pact worth $26 million from the Raiders. Really? That's it for a guy who's produced at least 8 sacks in each of his 5 NFL seasons?
Ooh.
And a total of 45.5 in 78 games? Wowza. I mean, Trey Hendrickson and Carl Lawson both kept more money than NGAKOUE. We totally expected something closer to 4 or 5 years worth $50 million plus. If he continues to push for double-digit sacks every year in Vegas, he can at least score that coveted monster deal in 2023. Overpaid TREY Hendrickson. It's always dangerous to give a huge contract to a late bloomer, but
That's
the
crazy.
Bengals just couldn't help themselves. The Bengals signed the former New Orleans Saints defensive end to a 4-year deal worth $60 million, and we hate it for two key reasons. One, why didn't the Bengals just retain Carl Lawson, who's been a rock on that defense for 4 years? You at least know what you have in him. But they let him walk into free agency, and Lawson signed a reasonable 3-year, $45 million deal with the Jets. After posting just 6.5 sacks through his first 3 seasons, Hendrickson broke out in 2020 with 13.5. But hey, it probably helped playing alongside Cameron Jordan, who tends to command a ton of attention from opposing offenses. So now the Bengals are asking Hendrickson to top that production from 2020 on a less talented defense. And again, he's had one good season so far.
Ryan, get your ass to the ground, boy.
Concerns are coming into play. Underpaid Will Fuller V. Fuller was arguably the best free agent wideout on the market. He was enjoying a career year on the Houston Texans before receiving a 6-game suspension that ended his 2020 season, and he'll also miss week 1 of the 2021 campaign. Still, that shouldn't have affected Fuller's value in the slightest.
That's crazy.
He recorded 53 catches for 879 yards and 8 touchdowns in just 11 games.
Bro, he's
and he was well on his way to his first 1,000-yard season. But Fuller was happy to settle on a 1-year deal with the Miami Dolphins worth $10.6 million. A great find for Miami at a bargain of a price. Fuller will challenge Devontae Parker for the #1 receiver role. He should help Tua Tagovailoa break out following a sluggish rookie year. If Fuller can build off his best season yet, he'll at least set himself up nicely for the giant payday next offseason. But still, what a surprise. A multi-year deal worth $12 million plus annually always
felt within reach.
Only time will tell if Fuller was wise enough to bet on himself. In the meantime, Dolphins fans can sit back and enjoy the low-risk move that should carry plenty of rewards. Don't be surprised if Fuller is the final piece that helps Miami get into the playoffs next season. What other free agents were paid way too much and which one should have gotten way more?
That was ass.
Join us in the comment section down below. If you're new here and you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do that.
Man, anyways, man, make sure you comment, subscribe. I love you guys for the sake of that. I'll see you guys in the next video.